Has the Garden of Eden been discovered at last? 3,000 years of biblical history and 3 decades of satellite technology may have finally resolved the mystery. The Bible says Eden is located at the source of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers and 2 other rivers, the Pison and Gihon. But there is a problem. Today, the Tigris and Euphrates rivers flow through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. They do not spring from the same source, and the Pison and Gihon do not exist. Archaeologist Juris Zarins believes he has solved this dilemma. He traveled to the Arabian Peninsula in 1971 to research some of the world's most ancient civilizations. He discovered that Saudi Arabia hadn't always been a desert.
During an interglacial period, Arabia was much wetter than it is today. The delta that runs into the area of the Tigris-Euphrates is called the Wadi Batan, which means belly button river in Arabic. It's an amazing, huge river system that drained northwest Arabia and then gradually went into northeast Arabia. So I began to focus in on that archaeologically and geologically.
While researching, Zarins ordered photographs from the newly declassified Landsat satellites. He was amazed. The images seemed to reveal 2 ancient fossil rivers, now long dry. They are located in present-day Saudi Arabia and Iran. Are these the remnants of the Pison and Gihon rivers of the Bible? The Bible says the 4 rivers met at their source, but Zarins believes they met at their base, near where the Tigris and Euphrates now flow into the Persian Gulf. And though the rivers do not meet today, they did once when sea level was much lower.
Well, when was a situation when all 4 rivers were flowing? And the answer is 6,000 to 7,000 years ago was the last time that the Wadi Rima Batan system carried sufficient amount of water to create the conditions described in Genesis. So I suggest that the head of the Persian Gulf was where the Garden of Eden was located to its closest extent, because that's where the one river divides up into 4.
But Zarins' theory goes further and explains what happened to Adam, Eve, and the garden itself. Around 6000 BC, sea level was at least 150 meters lower than it is today, and the Persian Gulf was a lush valley above sea level. 4 rivers flowed toward the sea and met to form a single river that flowed through this fertile valley that may have been the biblical Eden.